First and foremost, let's watch some ZeroTKA play some competitive Spy Party. We've already had the Viri set, Viri being someone with 20k games and hasn't done competitive. ZeroTKA, less games, but potentially even more knowledge and more veteran status. He actually wrote the book, quite literally, with The Mind of the AI. Calvin Schoolidge, also a bit of a Spy Party nerd, made the recent stat dump and a lot of formatting, a lot of programming into the stats that we mentioned, like Irish being the most popular character. It's going to be very much old school versus new school with two players who have a lot of knowledge about the game.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen in this match. It's like I kind of keep changing my mind on who is the favorite based on either what I've seen or what I've heard. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this quite a bit actually.
Yeah, to note, this is also the most important match in the group. With KCM in the group, KCM's a heavy favorite to win any game that he's in. They have Gareth DMM. We'll figure out how to say his name in the future. Who is definitely the newest player. Doesn't mean he's necessarily bad. There's a lot of really good new players who are unknowns, but you don't project them to be anything than fourth place in this group for now. This is going to be your second versus third place match here, but it's a week one match. The winner of this puts themselves in a really good position here moving forward. It looks
Yeah,
like people have Calvin as a slight favorite, but I don't think necessarily people know how much pedigree ZeroTKA has in this game. Uh,
yeah.
the,
I think we should just watch the match and see what actually happens.
yeah, to be fair, ZeroTKA could also be a Rust monster. I know him and Viri have both been playing a lot more recently, but it didn't work out for Viri. So let's see. We got here Tex, Ballroom, back
Yep.
to the beginning of the loop, and we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
ZeroTKA. We're almost started at the infamous blue bookshelf, but instead we're just gonna be looking at some paint.
Specifically avoiding the path by the ambassador. Good stuff there. Don't want to get any suspicion unless you're taking that bug. This conversation, though, doesn't have much going for us. And we're requesting a drink. Maybe just a purloin. Oh, we're actually doing it. We're doing a purloin.
Yeah.
It's a red test. What are we doing? It's flashing. But Toby, turn away so we can't see the flash.
I
Okay,
mean, it is
Toby's.
early game, so I definitely see the reason for purloin there. It just then Calvin was watching for it towards the end, so I think we may be in at least a little bit of a trouble.
We decide to sip, which I don't love. I think we need to get rid of that drink. Now we've confirming that we did take a drink super early in the game. It's going to be on Calvin to do a reaction because there's been a minute gone and it's just the purloin list gone. Um,
We do
one
squeeze
option.
in. Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
We do squeeze in next to our double agent and seduction target, which looks slightly uncomfortable and slightly suspicious, but then again, we can do two mission progressions.
Okay, here come a wave of lowlights. Very delayed. Includes people like Wheels who are in the did middle statue. I'm not sure how Calvin had that so delayed. If it's for the purloin though.
Ghost swap? Or ghost time ad?
Yeah, I'm wondering. We do have Calvin in chat. This is one of those situations where, oh, so Calvin didn't see it for a very long time, but we're still holding the drink. Another reason that we would have considered gulping there is just to get rid of the evidence. Now we've been caught red-handed, though it was red-handed almost 2 minutes later. Uh, Now we just need to continue our flirt. A big green here would help us out a lot. Would set up something like middle statue and then come back to finish flirt. 68%. We're gonna need to be close. Ooh, if we survive. Safety off. It's on the ankle. You don't put the laser on the ankle unless you mean to shoot. Those are the rules.
And we do.
Is actually a weird time shot. So the flirt happened at 55 seconds, and the shot happened at 44 seconds. If the flirt was actually the last mission, it would have been too late. But it's the spy. It's not our last mission, and that puts Calvin up 1-0.
That it does indeed. Well played by Calvin there, catching the spy for basically being a spy.
Yeah. One of those reasons why you want to get rid of the evidence. If you're not gulping it, sip it a bit faster so you don't get caught with the drink a minute later. Just a
Fair.
bit of a bit of unluckiness there. Now we can see if the fortune favors the bold Calvin on the spy here. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Big bug misses.
Yeah.
We're
I
a bit
mean,
of an airplane.
with that speed of walking, it's understandable though.
I would like a character that like insists on sticking out both their arms when they do a bug. They're just doing a bit like a airplane or like a Nibiru run when they bug. Would be terrible. It just gives them more reason to get caught, but I would enjoy it.
I mean, a child of one of the party goers, does the run around. There's helicopter bug and there's an airplane bug, right?
The problem with putting a child in Spy Party is, and we forget it
Alcohol.
sometimes, this is a party where people get shot.
Fair.
We got 34%. We look like we're preparing ourselves to timer flirt. This purloin would be questionable because Iris just took. There's no chain. Um, Calvin happy to take it slow a minute in.
Yeah, we are getting a green bookcase. Sorry, a green book, which is printable.
And it's good because there's a fingerprintable statue there. If Calvin was looking at what his camera was, we can do side statue in the future and get the second fingerprint. It's unlikely that someone will smudge that. Okay, this conversation looks juicy. Both a seduction target and a double agent. We're choosing to go as far away from the seduction target as we can get, though.
Which I both like and dislike. I mean, I am known for wanting mission completion and doing missions, so and now RST leaves, so there's no chance for it anyways.
Yeah, just
But
a bit,
go
bit too
ahead.
much respect here. We're just running out of time. Unless
Yeah,
seduction
right.
target really insists on coming back, we're gonna take the banana bread instead. Uh, it's really down to three suspects if you assume the real. This might be a situation where yeah, he highlights Taft. We do not get a highlight immediately, though we haven't actually done that much to deserve it.
We are going to
That's
that side statue.
Yeah, there's actually multiple fingerprintable statues, but this is one of them. We've got our fingerprints done, and we're starting up in specs. We are preparing ourselves to finish with all soft tails, but it will mean that flirt has to be done very aggressively, and it seems like that's something that Calvin hasn't wanted to do. Safety off on us. We're rotating for the swap. The swap hasn't happened, but that's not a good sign when we have two missions left to do.
Yeah, I suppose that safety off might have been just for even a better zoom to check for the swap.
I do like that. It's doesn't follow the gun safety laws I learned in Boy Scouts, but I do like it. We need 25%. We got 30 seconds left. And spec swap's an option, but I don't think it's one that's gonna keep us alive. Seduction target does do us a favor and leaves. We can do like a bug while we go off to flirt with her again. Um, Instead we're doing nothing. This is stone cold nothing. This is nothing in our conversation. We're talking. We're getting shot for it
We're
anyways.
still getting shot. That was interesting. An
Okay,
interesting
so
finish.
presumably looked like a quick early flirt. It's unnecessary from Calvin. The shot's unnecessary from the sniper. It's not. It's not our seduction targets over here. Fantastic stuff. I enjoy this game. It's a bit absurd. We're on the courtyard. Let's get that calm down courtyard. Zero here on Pearl's perfect calm down character. In three, two, one, playing it. Ooh, those statues. Twin statue might just not be seeable with general there. We're AI controlling, but I think a frame on twin might be very powerful.
Or on the general.
General, I think, yeah, a bit more likely to get seen just based on his position. But this is the sort of game where I don't think Calvin can be 100% confident that a swap didn't happen.
Fair. We are going to the statues ourselves, though?
I think this is the statue that Alice was at. If we were gonna do a swap here, it would put it down to those, us and Alice. Might just be a early inspect and the early highlight pre-hard tell.
Yeah, so we're
Uh,
a little bit of stuck there, but it's fine. Laser was on the other side.
yeah, those bushes are prickly. Okay, we have been around the whole map, so we know this banana bread's quite good. The SDA is in the corner from us, and oof, orange dress looking like she's splitting. That's the sort of thing that maybe if you're saving your highlights, you don't highlight for, but hopefully for ZeroTKA's sake, Calvin caught that split from orange. Sorry. We need a green flirt. 31% is the Tobo percent. If we hit 234s, we'll just put ourselves at 99.
And we do not get it. There's still another chance for it later. But yeah, now it's less safe. It's more risky. It's more unsure. It's more uncertain. So I very much usually don't like those,
Yeah,
and I'm mad at myself.
based on my first instincts of the game, what I would like to see, ooh, is complete the flirt and then do the hard tell at the very last moment. Just give us much time for this sniper to take a shot on those early statue visitors. The shot hasn't come off yet, and you have already done a banana bread. Um, we do need to get into the other conversation and see if we're going to hit the green in the first place, because we're leaving things like timeout off the table at this point, because the beeping starts at 30 seconds.
I mean, you could always do desperation time as if really needed. Some of those have paid off, but yeah, definitely shouldn't be your plan. And are we purloining? No, we are not.
We're not pearling. We're putting a drink in our hand. Mom's going to be a big suspect here for late statues. Looks like our seduction target's doing the same thing. Um, as 15 seconds left, another statue visitor. We're not finishing ourselves. It's going to be that late bug potentially. It's got to be. It's on camera. We're not taking the bug immediately. Ooh, wrong arm. Are we the shot?
Yes,
Ooh,
we are.
Papa Danger almost gets in front of that shot, but it comes off. Ugh, jeez, very stressful stuff. I think a big thing there on the sniper side was General was doing a path by the ambassador, brings the eyes over to the ambassador, because that bug was very nasty. I believe it was a wrong arm just based on the drink in hand.
It was, but it's all at the same time. It's not a great bug because the path is very buggy.
Yeah,
As it was, the
the
path
path
is
is
very
very
buggy.
buggy and was prepared for it in that last 5 seconds. That could have easily been a swap there from Carlos, though he had a lot of things to watch for. I think I've called Carlos, Tex, and Cowboy in this set. I should probably stick to one. We got Seek though. I know what Seek's name is, and we'll get it started here. No, Calvin has taken the lead. Now just needs to do the spy biased win on Courtyard in three, two, one. Playing it.
What is Seek's name?
Seek.
Oh, I see.
I don't know.
Um.
What do you think his name should be? Like, assumingly we're gonna get dossiers and they're gonna have official names. What does Seek look like to you?
Oh, I'm not familiar
Dave, Dave
with
the Seek,
Seek the name. Um,
Steve the Seek. Get that alliteration going.
I suppose is
That's a
this
safe. No, don't do it. The safety off on Irish.
for a ghost swap or
I
once
assume it has
again
to.
human?
Banana bread.
And she comes into conversation too. Are we just gonna get Irish shot here? Are we swapping after Irish? This is all very cheeky. I think he's not 100% confident. I think with the rotate of the around, we might have realized that we had the two statues sets mixed up. We're being watched for the swap. I think he thinks it's a green test and it just doesn't happen. He really wanted to just shoot Irish for the rush here, it feels like.
I do understand Calvin though. Like even if you're framing redhead there, it's just way too risky.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
you're
immediately
you're
bring it
not
out
meant
as
you're not meant to swap showing a fade against the guy who wrote the book on fades. Uh,
while holding up the statue in the Lion King style.
there's a lot of lowlights here for Zero. We got 3 highlights all on camera. We're not even keeping the ambassador on camera. It just, I think, just has it down to very few people might be actually like a phantom swap or something. Because this is so many lowlights.
Potentially, but I
Like,
think if there had been a proper ghost swap, someone would have been shot by now.
Irish is talking. This feels like, oh, there's a white time ad. Ugh.
She
Path.
is being of the same conversation though.
Okay. We still need to finish flirt, and we still need to finish our hardtail. I'm not sure what that's gonna be. Laser puts her back on Irish's head. There's just not much to watch for, and she's an AI. She's not gonna break etiquette. She might do weird things though. What?
Instead, we are getting shot like that.
Okay. So we go to this window, and Twin comes up to us, and that's enough to trigger the shot. So either this is just a very delayed realization that he probably should have already shot Seek, or an absolute assume on that an ST would be mind controlled to 2 windows for the flirt. I mean, it's a spy. You can't question it. With these old hats, they know magic. Uh, we're dealing with wizards here, and we're 2-2.
Yeah, it's so many games tonight that are just completely perplexing me and just making me stutter and just go like, brain, can you please stop short wiring? Because those is weird. For like, yeah, Ryu suggests like for the pathing, perhaps.
Yeah, the pathing wasn't great. And that is something that is important against Zero, so I probably should be mentioning it. Let's do it. Zero, let's gonna show us what pathing looks like in 3, 2, 1, playing it. I the problem with calling it a pathing shot is why are you shooting for pathing? Uh,
Well, Cullen also clarified he went around 3/4 of the circle.
and did a weird path right at the very end to go to the window. Um, yeah, this is
Yeah.
a cheese book, and I don't think we have much suspicion for it, if any. Laser is coming over to us, but I think it's just to check the ambassador is safe, and they're a-okay. We're going the other direction. 1 mission down, 4 to go.
Ooh, that missed combo though. Doesn't seem it was noticed.
I think that might have been like an attempted briefcase juke, or at least can be attributed to it if you did see it. Uh, we're fine. We're not dead.
Yet.
That's the problem with SpyParty is the spy goes and does missions, and then the guy in the wheelchair dies. We're not gonna Paraline here. We're sensible spies, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not that sensible. We're running off to statues. We already have finished the silent mission of microfilm, so getting the highlight here is not as bad as it would be if we had no mission completion. We can probably still do a banana bread and flirt through a highlight. It's just that fifth mission, and bug is often breaking a mission there, but it's minor.
Yeah, the laser was on the other side. So.
Yeah, it's always surprising to see someone like Zero doing um, micro mistakes like that, but I think he just wanted to get the inspects done.
I think
And
it seemed more like a conscious choice there in this case.
exactly. We need to get some flirt done. We are about halfway done with the clock. We do not want a purloin here. We will be the most suspicious person in the world. And we have 0% flirt.
Yeah, that is a little bit worrying. I mean, we did two full other missions, but at the expense of even progress.
What a bro. So we were going into a full conversation, and right before we get there, Disney just bails out, gives us a space to stand. 34% flirt. Disney, you get, if we win the spy game, you get half the money.
Um, okay, that's a weird offer.
No, I mean, if, you know that thing where the seduction. Oh, we are cheesing these flirts.
I love that one. So, just
But
a quickie. Go in, do the thing, go out.
yes, just a quickie. Are we gonna do a quick purloin? We are not. Potentially, laser comes over. Yeah. The reason that purloin would have been good would be Taft did a reject, and his reject would have been behind the pillar, so it really does look like him doing a green purloin. The problem is a white purloin there would have been very deadly. Calvin would have been able to see the fade for sure.
Yeah, so one can definitely understand not going for that risk. Instead, we go for a much safer mission of banana bread, and we get Lola. Oh no, never mind. Back to Ivy.
We, yeah, we almost get Lolit for it. I think this is actually worse. He's now not confident, and we're being thought about. These stop talks might get caught eventually, but they haven't been caught yet. There's plenty of highlights in the party. We just need one mission. Bug is going to be always the go-to, but Ambassador's running away from us. We are also going towards the direction of Toby and statues. Going to the time ad spot. I guess it could also be the Purloin spot, if that's how you're
It
feeling. The laser's
feels like
all over us,
Berlin is
though.
brewing, but instead we just get an innocent drink, which we just gulp, and that should be seen.
Are we zero? Okay, we're trying to request. We're twitching just so we can do the request. We're running low on time. It's 1 second. Are we gonna get it off? We penned it at
Oh,
point
yeah!
1 second.
And we didn't check the watch. That's the
Okay, it's still pending. We're still the top suspect. We're still gonna get shot as soon as it gets taken. But that could not have been closer.
but oh goodness gracious. What a decision. What guts
Wow.
to go for it.
Yeah. So because of the flubs there, because we were checking our watch instead of requesting the drink, it comes so close. The problem is a green test there at the end of the game means it can only really be purloin or swap or a green time ad. And if it's a green time ad, we're the suspect anyways. When
Yeah.
the list disappears, Calvin has it narrowed down enough to just go find us at the bookcase and take the shot. Uh, couldn't make it more stressful though, Zero. You trying to kill us?
Yeah, this I don't know, I can't even it was really close and just so much going on.
Okay, nice, calm library game. Those don't really exist, but we'll try. In three, two, one, playing it.
Yeah, do those ever actually exist? I doubt so.
Yeah, so when we talk about calm games, like you do slow play or try and frame sort of games, and you're not really trying to complete missions, it's often on maps that are not 5 of 8. If you're trying to
Yeah,
frame someone on 5 of 8, you're really, really dependent on the AI compared to just
also
regularly quite dependent.
yeah, and also we got a highlight for being at the green bookcase.
The smart thing to do here would be go just return the book back correctly. I would prefer sooner rather than later, just so we can get the book out of our hand. Bit of bad luck here. Ambassador's just off in the corner. Our seduction target's running as far away from us. If we try and chase him, we probably won't get there in time. We're gonna try. Yep, that's what I thought.
Yep.
And we're holding a book that got us highlight. Like, this is not a good start from Calvin. I think he'd ask for a redo if we give him a mulligan.
Yeah, I mean, but you. The question is what we do now.
We
Do we?
we flirt aggressively. We saw Zero almost run out of time, and he was stopped talking and running away on every single flirt. This is Calvin being relatively respectful, and it's showing. We're down 90 seconds already. Now inside of two people. That's the sort of thing I wouldn't like to do against Zero. We're off camera for the BB split, but we're not going to get rewarded for it. He's just not going to be confident. I do like the book read.
I mean, I actually kind of don't, because then it reminds the sniper that we have a book, and then they might remember, oh yeah, I highlighted him for the green book.
The reason you do the book read there is they come around after the banana bread and goes, well, he's reading. Does he really have enough time to get there and then start reading the book? Surely he's been reading there for a couple of seconds, and you try and take the low light. I think it's a better play in theory than execution. And now the laser ever came over to us for the banana bread.
Yeah.
Here comes the book return. It's a test of memory. It's been a good 2 minutes. It's going to be a test of vision, just not even.
Yep.
I spoke too soon. Laser comes over right at the last moment as we were walking away from the book. The highlight without even the bookmark is enough for the shot. And this is Calvin. Is it 3-3?
Yes, it is 3-3 now. Once again, we're gonna have the match decision made in the last game of High Rise. Last map of High Rise, rather.
Operation Kill the Casters. And we're doing swap again? Really, guys? Okay.
I mean, it is 0, so I'm not that much surprised.
I do like this setup a bit better, because now we can use potential swaps to at least cover for purloins, or vice versa. But it now means that Fingerprint isn't going to get anybody shot too. High Rise is a bit of a fickle beast. I kind of wish it was 3 or 6 at times. We're playing as Papa Danger here with the good old cane, and we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I just sometimes wish High Rise wouldn't be behavioral.
Oh, just good old 4 of 8.
Yeah.
I love 4 of 8. I think it's like quintessential SpyParty. The problem is I think it needs more people,
Or
and
for
this little
7.
this entryway that we're walking through doesn't really handle like the 14, 16 people that I would like to have on the map.
Oh, our
It gets to
seduction
like
target comes right next to us, but we're still under spy control. 0, what are we doing?
this is a gambit and a half. So what you're hoping for here is that your spy does something really AI-like, that little path around that path by the ambassador without bugging. We're gonna return this book. It's hoping to get less suspicion based on the AI just being very AI. It's the nature of AI, and I think AI is doing a pretty good job of looking unsuspicious so far.
Fair.
In the community, we do have a term for this. It's called trip to Japan. And the reason why is in one of the actually first competitive games of Spy Party ever, it was at a PAX, like a convention, and it was a tournament that ended. It had a bunch of games, but Spy Party was the last one. And in the finale, uh, the sniper lost to a spy doing nothing. That sniper's Lieutenant Hummus. He's still an active member of the community. Lovely guy. And we're microfilming? Microfilm's not even on!
That. Are we going for one of, potentially weird secret achievements? Mystery awards?
Zero, you're in a 3-3 match. It's
I
been
think he
incredibly
just
tense.
forgot that it wasn't a thing.
and you just do a
But-
microfilm
and
after AI controlling for 2 minutes. This is your game plan. Is the no mission microfilm?
you know what? If anyone so like you said earlier about Royal Flush, if anyone out of 64 people would do it, he would
We're
be
not
off
even
on my
inspecting.
top three.
We're not even inspecting the statue that we're at. Like, Zero is fully committing to getting someone shot, and I do like doing the AI control to do that because it means you can watch the party more. Orange dress at statues here, prime suspect. We're never going to statues again because we didn't do the inspect the first time. Zero TKA, you madman. The banana bread
He's
has to
just
come off, and we'll
breaking
see if
us.
it. This could trigger a shot.
Banana bread.
Banana Bread's immediately as he enters the conversation. Twin is talking. He's a highlight. Steak is also a highlight with the SDA. The front conversation also had the DA. Orange Dress could also get shot. There's a bunch of possibilities here. It's been 10 seconds. Calvin isn't shooting for it. He's going to have to shoot for a flirt. Or, yeah, it has to be a flirt at this point. This might just be a timeout, despite ZeroTKA's best efforts.
Worst efforts. Um, it just
We needed a purloin there. We absolutely needed a purloin there, and then hope he shoots Twin. We don't do it. I think we might have still gotten shot for the fade. ZeroTKA loses this game, but what a ridiculous game.
that's one way to name it. Yes.
Someone in chat calling it out as a 400 IQ play, and I'm gonna clarify that this is either a 400 IQ play or a 40 IQ play, and I'm not sure which. If it
Uh,
averages out,
put
it
it.
ends up about 200 IQ, um, which is still pretty dang good. It doesn't result in the win though.
Yeah, that's breaking me up. To be fair, I don't even know what to comment about that.
Yep. If it works, it's genius. If it doesn't work, it's garbage, and you should never do it again. In this case, it didn't work. So don't do incorrect microfilms on high rise when it's not a mission. Deal. Calvin here playing one of the twins in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Despite that madness, this does have a lot of stakes on it. This is really for a top two position in the group, more likely than not. If you don't win this match, you are putting yourself in a spot where you're asking yourself, okay, I guess I have to beat KCM. Good luck with that. We're
I
getting
mean,
highlight
only
with
that,
the
right?
flirt pairing. This is rough. This could be easily end up as a tie if we over push the flirt. We do have plenty of time though. It is high rise.
We are finally back to the standard high-res 3 of 5 setup regarding specific missions, though.
Okay, let's see here. Smallman, I think, is doing his second statue. Lasers on him, but should be fine for the moment. What's going on here, guys?
Not too much. The party isn't really doing much anything aside from small men, like you mentioned.
That path by Smallman was concerning. Now he's inside someone. Oh no.
That's why he gets something inside him.
This
A
is why
bullet.
you put Smallman in the game.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Stupid high-rise games. Uh, and what that means is Calvin wins the set.
That indeed it does. And yeah, I'm more likely to take the group two, position two in the group, considering the other players.
We do get the really interesting game of ZeroTKA versus KCM. I know those two guys are friendly, if not just friends. Gareth is going to be the upset monster. It would be interesting to see him take some points off someone. And this group is mighty interesting, especially if you're just going to do incorrect microfilms. Haven't seen something that ridiculous since last night when Someone got low lit for returning a guest list.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you didn't catch the stream, I think it was SpyParty fans potentially. It was an interesting one.